Welcome, everyone, to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Sarah.
Today, we are diving deep into a couple of projectors that promise big screen entertainment without needing separate speakers.
That's right. We're comparing the BenQ HT2060 and the Epson EpiqVision Mini EF22. Both popular, both have sound built in.
Exactly. We've dug through the Amazon pages, the specs, the features, what actual users are saying.
And our mission really is to just cut through that marketing noise and figure out the key differences.
Yeah, to help you decide, which one might actually be the better fit for what you need.
Okay, so where should we start? BenQ.
Let's do it. The BenQ HT2060. So the headline stuff, it's a 1080p HDR projector, LED light source.
And it says it supports 4K input, which is, well, useful even if the output is 1080p.
Right, downscales it. Brightness is listed at 2200 lumens. That sounds pretty decent.
Yeah, 2200 is solid, especially for an LED model. And it has 10W speakers built in.
10 watts, okay. They also really push the color stuff, DCI-P3 coverage, 98% Rec 7 or 9.
So that points towards accuracy, like trying to match the director's original intent for colors. DCI-P3 is that wider cinema standard.
And they mention AGR10 and HLG support for better contrast, deeper blacks.
Standard HDR stuff, good to see. Anything else jump out on the BenQ?
Oh yeah, gaming. They specifically call out low latency, 16.7 milliseconds at 1080p 60 hertz.
Okay, that's definitely targeting gamers. That kind of responsiveness is pretty important for fast-paced games. Less lag.
And connectivity-wise, it's got dual HDMI 2.0 ports, plus an SPDIF optical out.
So you can easily hook up a better sound system if those 10W speakers aren't enough. Good flexibility.
Yeah, and it has vertical lens shift and keystone correction for setup flexibility.
Right, makes positioning it a bit easier.
Okay.
So that's the BenQ. Paints a picture of a bright, color-focused, potentially gamer-friendly home theater projector.
Pretty much. Now let's switch gears to the Epson, the EpiqVision Mini EF22. Very different name, too.
Oh, yeah, and a different focus, seems like. This one's called a portable smart laser projector.
Keywords right there. Laser, not LED. And portable. Brightness is lower on paper, though 1000 lumens color and white.
1,000 lumens. But it's laser, and it uses 3-chip 3LCD tech instead of DLP like the BenQ. Sometimes those look brighter than the numbers suggest, and 3LCD avoids that rainbow effect some people see.
Good point. It's also 1080p full HD with HDR support. But the big feature, I think, is the built-in Google TV.
Ah, so it's properly smart out of the box. Access to Netflix, Disney+, all those apps without plugging anything else in.
Exactly. Big convenience factor. It also has this 360-degree swivel stand built right onto it.
Oh, interesting. So aiming it around should be super easy. Portability again.
Yeah, and stereo speakers. But they mentioned Dolby Audio support. No wattage listed that I saw, though.
Dolby Audio could mean better processing, maybe a wider soundstage than just basic stereo. And it mentions EpiqSense, auto picture adjustment.
Yeah, sounds like it tries to optimize the picture based on, I guess, the content or environment. Bit vague.
And the laser light source, they're pushing that 20,000 hour lifespan, basically maintenance free.
Huge advantage over lamps, definitely. No bulbs to worry about. It's got an HDMI port, too, for connecting other things if you need to.
Okay, so the Epson sounds like it's all about convenience, portability, smart features, and that long life laser. Less raw brightness, maybe, but different strengths.
Right. So let's dig into what people are actually saying, the customer reviews. For the BenQ HT2060, lots of praise for picture quality.
Like sharp, good colors out of the box.
Yeah, people saying it looks great without much tweaking, a big step up from older projectors. Brightness gets mentioned positively, too usable, even with some lights on.
That tracks with the 2200 lumens. Good to hear it performs well in slightly lit rooms. What about the sound? Those 10W speakers.
It's a bit of a mixed bag there. Some reviewers were actually surprised that they were loud enough.
Okay.
But others were more like, yeah, they're okay, but you'll want external speakers for movies. Pretty typical, I guess.
Yeah, that's usually the case with build-ins. Fine in a pinch, maybe for YouTube or something, but not for a real home cinema feel.
Someone reviewing the older, similar HT2050 model called it the best projector under $1,000 back in 2017. The BenQ seems to have a history of value in this area.
That's good context. Suggests they know how to hit a sweet spot for price and performance. Ease of setup was mentioned too.
Yeah, that came up. But on the downside for that older model, and maybe it applies here, maybe not, some mentioned potentially loose HDMI ports.
Ooh, that's not great. Can be really annoying if the signal keeps cutting out.
And that the lens shift, while present, was maybe a bit limited in its range.
Right, so placement still needs some care. Good to know the potential niggles. Okay, what about the Epson EF22 reviews? Fewer of them, you said.
Yeah, seems newer or maybe just less reviewed overall, but generally positive.
Yeah.
Crisp picture, easy setup again.
Setup seems to be a theme. People appreciate plug and play.
Definitely. That built-in swivel stand got some love, and users said the audio and video quality were good.
Good, not just okay. That's promising for the built-in sound. Maybe that Dolby processing helps.
Could be. And one user specifically highlighted how quiet it runs.
Ah, that's a big plus, especially for a smaller, potentially portable unit you might sit closer to. Fan noise can be really distracting.
For sure. But there were some negatives. One reviewer mentioned seeing unevenness in the black levels.
Like cloudy patches and dark scenes. That can affect perceived contrast and detail.
Yeah, and also some red color clipping in their specific unit. Might be a quality control thing, might be inherent, hard to say from one review.
True, but still a potential concern for picture purists. Anything else?
The remote control got criticized. Felt cheap, apparently, and it's infrared, so you need line of sight.
Yeah, IR remotes can be annoying if the projector's behind you or something. Bluetooth or RF is nicer.
And the big one for a portable projector. No carrying case included.
Oh, come on. Really? That does seem like a big miss if they're pushing portability. You'd have to buy something separately.
Seems like it. Okay, so let's try and boil this down. Key differences. Brightness is the obvious one.
Yeah, 2200 lumens for the BenQ versus 1000 for the Epson. Big difference on paper, likely noticeable in anything but a very dark room.
BenQ likely better if you have ambient light to deal with. Then smarts.
Epson wins easily there, right? Built-in Google TV is a huge convenience. BenQ needs a Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, whatever.
Yep. Light source is another major difference. BenQ's LED versus Epson's laser.
Laser means longevity, basically no maintenance. LED is good, lasts longer than old lamps, but laser is generally better for the long haul and consistent brightness.
Portability.
Epson's clearly designed with that in mind, the swivel stand, smaller size presumably, even if they forgot the case. BenQ feels more like a traditional home theater setup you place somewhere more permanently.
Okay. Gaming.
BenQ explicitly calls out low latency. The Epson review mentioned it was okay for casual gaming, but it wasn't a main feature, so edge to BenQ for serious gamers, probably.
Audio. Both have built in.
BenQ has 10W, mixed reviews. Epson has stereo with Dolby audio. Reviews seemed a bit more positive, maybe good, but still likely beaten by external speakers.
And finally, the core picture tech.
Yeah.
DLP for BenQ, 3LCD for Epson.
Different ways to make an image. DLP can sometimes have that rainbow effect, though a BenQ review apparently said they didn't see it on a similar model. 3LCD avoids that, often has very vibrant colors.
Okay, so wrapping it up. If you need brightness, maybe for a living room with some light, and you care about low lag for gaming,
and you already have, or don't mind getting, a separate streaming sticker box,
then the BenQ HT2060 looks pretty compelling. Solid all-arounder for a more traditional setup.
But if you really value that built-in smart experience, never wanting to change a bulb, and easy portability or flexible aiming,
Then the Epson EF22, despite the lower lumen count and those potential review concerns about black levels or the remote.
it's definitely worth a serious look. It's a different kind of proposition, more of an all-in-one smart device.
Yeah, it really boils down to your room, your viewing habits, how much you value those smarts versus maybe raw brightness or gaming performance.
Exactly. Think about your main use case. Is it movies in the dark? Casual TV watching? Gaming nights? Taking it to a friend's place? That'll guide you.
Absolutely. Neither is objectively better, just different tools for different jobs.
Well put. Hopefully breaking it down like this helps people figure out which tool fits their job.
We hope so. And hey, if you're looking to buy either of these, you can find the latest prices and deals using the links down in the description.
Definitely check those out. Prices can change, you know.
And if this deep dive was helpful for you, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel, Tech Talk Central. We do lots more tech comparisons and analysis like this.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.